Before we get into the prediction, just want to let all of the new people joining the channel understand that the main goal of our channel is not to just profit from the information here. It's to make the world a better place, to spread goodwill into the world. And we do that through the unwritten rule of the channel. If you utilize this information to profit and you don't want to shut off the flow of abundance, you must follow this rule of karma. Every time you profit, doesn't matter if it's $1, doesn't matter if it's $100,000. What matters is that you follow the rule of karma, which is 5% of the profits that you make from the information on this channel should be paid back to the channel through the PayPal Cash App. That's why we're doing all this for faith, not for free. Right? And then 5% of the profits paid forward to one of these charities, or maybe you know somebody who needs some money that isn't expecting it. Just be somebody's angel. Pay a little bit of that forward. Make sure that not everything that comes out of this is for self-interest alone. That is the key to abundance, my friends. Make sure to give. Giving can be a selfish thing even. Stack those karma chips through the rule of abundance, or the rule of karma, and the universe is going to send it back to you tenfold in all directions, my friends. Stay tuned. We're getting into that prediction momentarily. This is the Meta 1 month overview reading for the month of April 2023. It's currently March 11th, 2023, 10:05 p.m. Eastern Time. Meta at the time of this reading in the extended hours went all the way to $182.30 per share. That's USD. And the shuffle file that we're about to watch was created on February 16th, 2023 at 10:18 p.m. Eastern Time. That's this file here. The overall theme and behavior for the month, we have a notable rally into a key support level, and from that key support level we see a significant decline. It'll be like near oversold territory. We'll probably come up against this price level, it looks like towards the end of the month, several times, and that's where we see the high for the month, from which there's like these sell-offs from like near overbought peaks. And it looks like we see that in like the end of the third week and into the fourth week of the month. The low appears to be early on in the month, on the 3rd. And behavior around the highest high, what we'll be looking for is a key technical price level. It's also interesting to point out, guys, when we're looking at the 1 month for April, for early April, and the 1 month cluster of the 2023 reading for April, the 1 month cluster. The early part is the truce card. The late part is the science card. These are both very technical price cards, like important technical resistance levels, and they're kind of like squished together. So my sense is that we may see like the same price level at the beginning and the end of the month. This is definitively bullish as well, to point out that the April highs card is the Princess of Cups, so a decline out of the high offers an opportunity to open up a long position. We'll talk about that in more detail in the paid version. Behavior around the lowest low, we have out of severely oversold territory, or to fill a previous gap down, there's a notable move to the upside out of the lowest low. So when we're looking for the highest high and the lowest low, when interpreting both this reading and in real time looking at the chart, what we want as part of our criteria for when determining if we've met a highest high is that we want to see a key technical resistance level that that's being highlighted on a multi-day scale, on like a year, like a 1 year kind of scale probably. And behavior around the lowest level, when we're looking to identify that, we want to be in oversold territory and want to see an abrupt move to the upside out of that, almost like a short squeeze. That's a possible scenario of the adjustment card. There's the shuffle, my friends. Before we go any further, let's take a look at the February reading and see how we did. Alright, so we were on point with the highs being here around the 1st, 2nd. I think probably what threw us off with the low is that February 1st was actually this right here. This was the low for February, right? Followed by the high right there. Boom. Boom. 2 days in a row. So I was really like a little thrown off, but you can see this clairkinetic reverse clairvoyant anchor here kind of indicates a low, and I'll learn that from last time. Another location where we saw an important low was here with the labradorite stone on the 24th. The 24th ended up being here. But with that said, we got the highs. I think we were off probably a couple days on one of these lows here. Well, we had a low here on the 6th. It was a prominent low. 15th. Looks like a notable decline into a low on the 10th, right? Notable decline into a low on the 10th. Another prominent low on the 15th. I think this is where we probably got a little thrown off. Yeah, we missed that by like a day. That would have been a prominent low. This is also where we depicted the lowest low being. We weren't far if you're going to talk about coming in from here. This was really the lowest low, but that threw us off. In any case, this would be a nice location to get out of a short position if you had opened it here, making it pretty relevant, more relevant than this in a lot of cases. So I'd say it's a mixed. It's not our best work. It's not our worst work. But with that said, we're also talking about a reading that was done December 15th, 2022 is when the file was created for February. All right, guys, so back to what we're looking at. On the 3rd, we have out of a lowest low, there's a rally that increases with momentum moving forward in time. We have on the 4th a move higher through key resistance. We stay above it briefly, and then we break back down through the same price level with the into another trough. It's a higher trough than on the 3rd, but a trough towards the end of the day. And then there's a notable move to the upside to a prominent crest there on the 5th. A period of sideways rotation that turns into a sideways fluctuating rally that precedes a decline. Looks like we have a sharp drop on the 6th to another trough. The market's closed on the 7th. On the 10th, looks like we open at an important trough for the month, and then there's some bullish behavior out of there into the 11th, where we have this bullish behavior bumping along resistance, breaking through resistance, bumping along resistance kind of behavior into the 11th. A trade opportunity on the 11th, which I'll talk about in the paid version. And then we decline through multiple support levels on the 11th into or through the 11th into the 12th, and then we rotate sideways along key support. It looks like there's a lot of price movement on the 12th. A lot of price movement. It looks like we go higher in the morning to like midday high, and then we decline pretty hard into a trough at the end of the day. There's like a breakout there and a prominent crest midday, and then a prominent trough there towards the end of the day. On the 13th, we have a failed attempt to break through key resistance. That's on a multi-day scale, followed by a decline through key support, again on a multi-day scale. And then a lot of ground is covered, a notable decline on the 14th, sideways fluctuating decline that precedes a rally. We see both a crest and a trough on the 14th. There's a lot of price movement there. Decline continues, it looks like, into the 17th, where we have a fast sudden move higher, marking the end of a period of decline. But that fast sudden move higher also takes us to a crest where we have some selling. Probably overnight we gap down, and then there's a fast sudden move higher again on the 18th. On the 19th, an important multi-day range is highlighted. Looks like a support level. On the 20th, we come up against an important resistance level, again, important price level. Also a place where you could utilize that price level as a mean point for straddle or strangle, but there's likely a highest high here, or our highest high yet for the month there, followed by the halting of a bullish trend on the 21st, marked by a sharp decline through key support. We've got a lot of unicursal hexagram energy, guys, there, so be careful in the midst of that. There's a significant trade opportunity I'll talk about in the paid version. We end up at a trough at the end of the day. Looks like we open at a trough. Open at a trough on the 24th, and there's a big move to the upside, pushing the upper end of a range higher there on the 24th. We come to a crest or peak and possibly a highest high again there on the 25th. But there's a notable reversal there, probably a gap down overnight or a notable decline overnight. But we end up we end up somewhere towards the end of the 26th, rallying into a key resistance and a highest high again at a key technical resistance level, followed by a sharp decline again on the 27th. Matter of fact, it looks like we got some price swings in there between like the 25th and the 26th. And there's a bit of a rally on the 26th into the 27th where we meet that key technical resistance level. Thank you, Hermes. You're so cute. I love you too. And from there, we decline pretty notably with increasing momentum into a prominent trough somewhere around the 28th, the cusp of the 27th, 28th, followed by a prominent crest probably the first day of May. And a sneak preview for May is bullish price swings. Usually there's pretty wild swings when you see the Dominion card. Sometimes there's like 2 highs or 2 lows, but we'll have to look at the May reading to really get a better idea of that. Anyhow, guys, that's Meta for April. If you're interested in the paid version, guys, or you want to guarantee that Meta comes out every single month, you want to sponsor the channel's content, the best way to do that, and we remember everybody that does that, you better believe it, is to go to our website, tarotfortraders.com, click on our services, Eso-Meta forecasts. In the case of this Meta reading, you want to click on here, click custom monthly prediction, type in Meta or whatever crypto or ticker you're sponsoring. And add to cart. That's a subscription, so we intend to fulfill it every single month until canceled. Although we don't have full recurring, we're not able to do recurring payments, so we do rely on you to continue to pay every month to repurchase. And for the most part, everybody does that. We're pretty much on point most of the time. And it's a great way to support the channel. So if you're interested in the paid version where you get to see all of the best trades that we see for the month, you'll want to do that. And thanks for all of you out there that actually go and do that. Much appreciate you. Stay tuned, guys. We're going to get into the paid version next.